Just go for it. Alright.
Just press play.
Yeah, I know. Just press play and just go. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Car Stereo Talk. Of course, we are your hosts. I am Dean. He's Fernando.
Yeah.
That's the guy there. Happy Mondays. Hope you guys had a fun and exciting... Is the table open anymore?
Yeah, of course.
So I feel like it's kind of low.
Yeah,
I feel like a news anchor where I'm like leaning into the, thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay, good. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I was saying, let's see what we got going on.
Hi. Ooh, that's all. Alright, let's go. There you go.
Alright, it's at the top.
Yep.
Let's bang through these. Good evening, Kevin. How's everybody going?
Calvin.
Sorry.
Benjamin.
Good evening.
Scott. Ramon. Or Raymond. Hi, Thomas.
Dang, that's hot.
I know. What's up, Carlos? Jenny?
Johnny. Jenny?
Jenny, I know.
I don't. What's up, Jay?
There you go.
Hey, Donnie, David, dude, yeah. Hello from Ohio.
Hey. Happy Monday, guys.
From Silicon Valley.
Scott. Mr. Bill.
Yes, it was. It was. Bill came through.
Awesome.
Didn't know they were the boss, guys.
He's the boss.
He's now Bill the boss. Dean, can you please get a Morel MM2? I need to check that mine is real. Yeah, sure.
Right.
Hold on.
Oh, I can't. I'm too short. Sorry.
You can get it. Hey guys, what's going on? Ray checking in from New York. Hey Dean, I just drank a fifth of vodka. Dare me to drive. Do not drive. Do not drive.
All right, just.
Mike.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey Mike, you guys are one man down. I heard about
Mike.
What's up, Mr.
Jason.
Jay Cook?
Hopefully you got back home safe.
And the party crew.
And the party crew. What's
Marty.
Up, Marty? I told you I will see you today.
What's up, Paul? German Meister USA checking in. Hey, from hot
James.
South Carolina.
James.
Evening, guys.
Dave.
Hey, guys. North Carolina.
That's right.
I have a hard time deciding between Rockford T404 and a Kicker 402. 200.4. Let's get that wrong. Which one you guys recommend at this point? What's good? They're two totally different animals.
Right.
I mean, if we're just looking at power, fine. They're both powered amplifiers. But remember, Key 200.4 has the DSP built into it, which the Rockford T404 doesn't. So if you're just going for straight power, there's no reason to buy the Key because it's not, that's not its intended purpose. However, if you're looking to do the DSP, do a front stage upgrade, or do anything along those lines, well, the Rockford that's not its thing. It's just a straight amplifier. So there again, do I want DSP, auto DSP, I should say, or do I just want straight power? They're not even on the same table. They're not the same thing.
No, they're not.
All right, go back up.
Yep.
Miss you guys already. I know, right?
I miss you too, man.
Addis checking in. What's up? Hello from the train. Yeah.
Did you make it?
Good afternoon, gents. What's up, Wayne?
What's up?
Close my shop today. Let me come work for you for the summer.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to work for us for the summer.
We don't have enough
I don't even
space,
want to work for us for the summer. Thomas, trying to decide which first. 2018 Subaru Outback. Already have Illusion speakers. Helix V8. Either first swap the V12 and install Illusion Center, or switch head units from factory to Alpine F511. I'm going to go with the head unit first because that's where it all starts. So I mean, if the plan is to add a head unit, then do that first, because everything after that is going to be a direct reflection of the head unit. So if you work smart, not hard. If you're trying to integrate into a factory, you're going to be disappointed the whole time until you get to the end. So start at the end, which would be the radio. What's up, party people? Haley checking in. Happy birthday, Haley, from Ada. Today is Haley's birthday.
Haley's
Man,
birthday.
I'm freaking tired. Haley's
yeah.
birthday. She got a Gene Simmons replica Axe guitar,
That was
along
pretty cool.
with Is it Dress
The
to Kill?
record?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dress to
yeah.
Kill. I think it's Dress to Kill.
That's pretty cool.
The one where the Kiss group is all wearing suits and whatnot. It's really awesome.
That was really cool.
I
Happy
know,
birthday,
I'm
Haley.
pretty cool dad. Hello from New Orleans.
What's up, Giovanni?
Hey man, how's it going?
Yeah,
Spent the
miss
weekend
you.
with Dan. Missed you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait, is that no?
What?
That's wrong. He's in California.
He's in California. No,
Okay.
you talk about Herman.
No. I
Herman
didn't.
is working with him.
I'm not talking about Herman. I didn't say spent the weekend with Herman.
Just
I was
say
talking about
Dan.
Dan from Titan because
Oh,
I always
okay.
get their two names backwards
Okay. How?
because I have a lot of names in my head and I got a lot of stuff going on up there. But yes, we did
Yeah.
see Herman this weekend, who works with.
Yeah.
Moving on. Jeff, what's happening? What's up, guys? Wasn't able to make it to Knowledge House, but caught your live stream. Lots of new stuff announced. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, it was pretty cool. The live stream was definitely, it was pretty nice. We got, got a lot of people to talk to us. I will comment on the fact that some of the manufacturers don't really get the idea of actually having a booth. And then when someone walks in your booth, you kind of walk up to the person that's walking into the booth and say, hey man, how can I help you? Seems kind of weird, but you know, you guys watch the show, you kind of figure out who really didn't do that, and sucks to be them.
Yeah.
As far as back to the MM2 question, what do you want to know? There's a little.
If that was real.
You know, this is it. Hold on, let me shut this off. So here's what it looks like. Getting this grill off is very hard. It's a big dome. That's okay.
You don't need it?
I don't know. I don't know what his looks like. So what do you want to see on it? Let us know what you want to see on it. So this is the dome itself. Should have little speaker terminal thingies on it. So let me know what you're curious about. And it'll have that grill. So this is the top of the grill. It doesn't go like that, like everyone wants it to. It goes like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Kicker XT unboxing coming soon. No, unfortunately, those are the only pairs they have in the country right now. Because we asked them if we could take one, and they were like, I mean, no came out of Lori's mouth so fast it wasn't even funny. She was like, no.
You know, do you think no?
Yeah, I was like, dang, that's pretty rough. So it's changing fuse type, gauge or AGU, ANL actually make the system louder. No. No, the fuse type isn't really going to matter. It's a fuse is a fuse is a fuse. Technically, a fuse is a fuse is a fuse. Now, depending on the type of fuse you have, as far as time, so you know, most of the time what we're looking at with a fuse is how quick does it blow. That is more the relevance of the fuse. So time of when it actually shorts to when it actually blows is what is the rating on a fuse that no one ever talks about, they don't ever publish, but that is kind of the most important thing, so that's why they don't actually ever talk about it. But you know, if you have a 50 amp fuse, for the most part it's a 50 amp fuse. You know, if you're talking like a glass style fuse, you know, to a plastic style, you know, with leads and all that stuff, the difference would be, you know, if you have a cheap Chinese glass fuse, they solder the ends in, they don't do a really good job at it, and what will happen is the solder will start to evaporate and then you'll make a poor contact. So if you have that style fuse as opposed to like a stamped out style fuse, a metal style fuse where, you know, it's all connected, then that would make a difference only over time, because the solder would start to dissipate, and those fuses typically suck by today's standards, but if you go back like 10, 12 years, 10, 15 years, they didn't suck. So, but as far as make your system louder, no, it would just make your system more reliable, because you wouldn't have to worry about the fuse constantly going bad.
All right.
2019 Kia Sorento factory head unit. Haven't seen much reviews or comments on the AX DSP. What are your thoughts on it? We've done like a handful of them. They work. They do the job. it's just it's a plastic DSP. Is it entry level? Kind of. Is it enough for what you're doing? Yes. Is it like putting a head unit in on steroids? Yeah. I mean, that's about the best way to think of that. I mean, it's
okay.
Yeah. I mean, really, that's what it is. I mean, you know, you're not comparing it to a $1,000 DSP.
Oh no.
You know, because it's not that.
You're
you're paying.
Yeah.
You're paying for the research and development and the integration factor.
But you can make it sound.
But no, it'll do everything you need it to do. And then if you want a bigger DSP later, you can always use that as a preamp. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I'm installing the ACLS13. Oh, that's a lot of letters.
The audio control.
Yeah, LC5 1300. My speakers are 75 watts. This amp is 100 watts. You guys think
it's too much.
going to be too much for the speakers? No. If the amplifier is properly set up, meaning you have the crossover you need, you have the clip indicator set up so that you're only getting the cleanest signal possible into them, you should never have a problem with that. It's when you turn the gain up too high, have your crossover set in properly, this doesn't have an EQ, so you don't have to worry about that, but if you turn the EQ up on the head unit, put too much distortion into them, that's when you blow them. Speakers can handle a lot of power. They give you that general rating of 75 watts because they don't expect them to be put into the environment in which they will excel at. If you look at like Focal Flax speakers that we buy or install a lot of, the power rating on them is small, and we're putting double the amount of power to them because you're setting them up properly so that they'll succeed in what they're going to do. And speaking of that, we have a new sponsor this week, and we need to jump right into that real quick. And that is, of course, we'll jump over here, that is Moscone. Moscone's come out with a brand new amplifier, the Pro 430. This thing is a beast. There's no other way to say it.
Yep.
It has a ton of power. It's a 4-channel Class A-AB amplifier.
Yeah.
It has, at 4 ohm, 170 watts by 4. This thing is a monster, and at 2 ohms, it is 2 by 225 watts. This is a brand new amplifier that they just came out with. Click on some of those pictures there real quick. There you go. Look at that. How sexy does that look?
It is beautiful.
That is beautiful. I love those red fans inside of it.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you interested in checking out this amplifier, you can head over to Moscone-Gladen.com and check this out. We don't have a ticker for it yet. However, we do have one, and we'll be unboxing it here shortly, playing with it, and putting it in Fernando's car. And, of course, we'll be talking more about Moscone and Gladen as the months go on, to get you guys associated with the product, maybe show you some of the things you didn't know about it. They have that 6-channel AB class DSP amplifier that's like, you know.
Oh, less.
No, it's bigger than that. No, the AB class.
Okay.
They have a Moscone AB class.
Oh,
actually,
okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about all of those as the month goes on. AX DSP will do most people good as long as you don't clip it. There again, with that digital input section, you have to be nice. Don't kill it. Casey is out of office until 6/20. Yes, him and his family and Natasha all went on vacation.
Yeah, they do. I think you say my MM2 looks the same as the pictures I have seen online. I find out after the fact the retailer I bought them
is known for selling knockoffs.
Oh,
I don't really think anyone's going to be knocking off the MM2 anytime soon. I mean, if it looks like all the pictures that you have, then chances are good it's right on. This one's actually got a Sharpie on it, where someone's covered it with a Sharpie because they scratched the sticker. It's probably a 2-color sticker.
I believe that they have.
Does it have a serial number?
Do you have this?
Yeah. Did you get the card? That is.
Do you have the card?
Because they can't copy the card.
This is the Morel card.
Yeah, you can't copy the card.
I
mean, if it's the gold box, I mean, if the box looks, if you got this box, they're not going through all this work.
To be honest, I will wait until Casey come back, hold them,
There you go. Marty talking about 100 amp draw over 5 seconds to blow a 50 amp fuse. Talking about fuses. Are the new products any good? PPI from back in the day is awesome. You know, we didn't get a chance to talk to the PPI guys or the Soundstream guys. We went into their booth, and if you caught the show, you saw that neither one of them got up to say anything. There was one working on something, and I believe he said hi.
No. I mean, he said hi to me like twice. I don't know why they didn't come out and say, hey, let me show you something.
I know, it's okay. And there again, hey, he was doing something.
Maybe
it's not the end of the world.
Maybe.
But it's all right. It's all right. You know.
Next time.
Next time, bro. Yeah. Next time. I chanced my MM2s getting knocked off. Ran into a reference 500 Soundstream. There you go. Moscone 4 to 6 DSP or DSR1. What would be your choice?
I think you have the 4.6, right? The Moscone? That's that one? Or no?
That's the Atamo.
Oh, okay.
Which is the Moscone.
No, I know it's it, but...
So, this is... okay. You guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? You ready for this?
You're welcome, man.
This is the 4 to 6 DSP from Moscone. Look how tiny that thing is. However, it is expandable, and there's lots of neat things you can do to this guy here, and it has an optical in, so if you're looking to do something like that, it's capable of doing it. You have an expansion card located on here. So as far as other things that you can do with this, so this would be considered what I would consider a pro DSP, meaning that it's not cheap. Let's just call it that. But it's a pro DSP. And I know that's one of those terms that gets thrown out, and you're like, what does that actually mean? There are DSPs that are just feature-wise and built-wise better than others.
I know who loves Moscone. That guy.
That guy right there.
That guy loves
But, so the DSR1 is a great utilitarian piece, and if you're going to be using it as an AR functionality, by all means, that's the one to go with. That's really the only time we use it is if we're doing AR functionality, meaning we're going to be plugging it into a Chrysler, a Hyundai, a Kia, new Hyundai, stuff like that, where it can talk to the data bus in the car. However, if you're looking for the best in sound quality and performance, the DSR1 isn't really made for that. It's a convenience thing. It's just like when we look at the Metro piece. These are pieces that are convenient and will give most people what they want. If you're looking to go to the next level, then yeah, products like Moscone are those type of products made to do that. And that's why they command that hefty price point, because they're built better and whatnot than those. Not to knock those pieces, but they're just, hey, that's why there is cars that cost $3,500 and cars that $35,000 and cars that cost $135,000.
I was about to say, where? Because
used, you get a nice used car for $3,500. Anyways, there's always differences, and those differences are what command those price points.
Benjamin,
I got the car, but the Merle website said the car does not exist.
So just wait until Casey come back and you can talk to him.
As Mike says, boom.
Boom. That boss guy was cool. He was.
He was cool. He was very informative. He came right up. Dude, he came out of nowhere.
Yes.
And I did like the fact, I loved how those screens move around. It's so, okay, this is the stuff that just...
blow away.
I just find, like Alpine. Alpine's new radio. Not knocking Alpine. That new radio, Sexy Beast, that looks so awesome. It is the most frustrating radio to freaking, the mounting system was designed by somebody with way too many college degrees in engineering, and I'm gonna find the hardest way to do this so that you could suspend this screen, you could hang from the Empire State Building from this screen. That bracket is so way overbuilt, and I'm fine with that. I totally understand why you do that, but you got this radio that just it does all this stuff, and you're like, could you maybe, instead of making it so hard to actually put in a car, make it so that it does stuff that we all want? It goes up and down. You gotta lock it in place. Okay, cool. All right, well, it'll do this now. It'll rock back and forth, and that's all we're getting. It's rocking back and forth. And not picking on Alpine. It's just, yes, their new mounting system is very difficult to put into a car.
Hey, Luis.
Luis, what's up?
What's up?
I didn't even see Boss booth. It was
Because
all the way in the back.
You didn't even cross the half.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you make it past the halfway mark? Dude, did you see that DS18 Bronco?
Oh, do you see the box? Oh my god!
Oh, the box is
crazy.
cool, dude. They're making that box.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna be able to buy that box.
I know.
I'm excited because they're making those door pods, because that truck sounds terrible. And with those door pods, I mean, don't get me wrong, Sages sounded amazing, but you know, you'll be able to put those door pods in.
Yeah.
If you're there again, if you're not gonna be taking the doors off. The PRV wall was in front of it. And there's another one that does. Dude, there was like 10 guys in that booth, and not one of them said hi. Like, come on, man, really?
It was.
You know, and I'm calling them out. I don't care. I don't care if next time I'm there and they're like, hey, you know, you called us out on that. No kidding. Because, like, we're literally standing there. Not, like, they all went like this. And now one of them walked up and said, hey, guys, what you looking at? Or, hey, guys.
Are you going to call someone else?
So stupid.
Okay.
Sorry. It just frustrates me. Don't forget money industry cycle.
Circle?
Circle. Sure, we'll go with that,
Yeah.
Ricky May.
What's up, Ricky?
That's a cool picture.
Yeah. We talk. That was
Did you?
Bill.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Ricky
was
May.
Bill, Ricky,
Yeah. We said goodbye to him when we walked
that's
out
what
the
I'm
door.
saying. No, I'm saying that was Bill, him, and I, and we're just talking about he's building cool stuff. So. Tons and tons of DSP capabilities.
There's lots of... Alright, what do we got? Go down to Thomas.
Thomas.
Alright. Do you think Boss Elite line would add iData only because they say they have engineers? They sell a lot, and a lot of people need as we move forward. I would love to see them add a iData capability because I feel that is the one thing that they're missing. However, I will say this. Sony was, you know, when you're looking at like the big guys, you know, Pioneer, Kenwood, Alpine, Sony was kind of the last to adopt that, that whole iData thing. They finally started to do it. So, you know, Boss is in a position where if they want to stay on top, I think it's something that they should offer in that. And I know some people, wait, Boss is on top. Boss has sold a ton of radios through the pandemic. They've had the best-selling radio. I'm sorry, the largest amount of radios sold in the last 2 quarters. So
the more famous one.
So there again, you know, if it's Boss Elite, I don't see why they wouldn't want to add it to it. So that would be kind of nice.
All right.
Added an amp to the BMW F23 228i after my fuel gauge doesn't work. Any ideas where I should start to fix it? All plug and play, didn't cut anything, had battery disconnected.
Fuel gauge.
Wow.
Doesn't work.
Well, it was all plug and play. Alright, here's how this kind of works, especially on a plug and play system. If working on a car and plug something in and all of a sudden something else doesn't work, the natural thing to do is unplug whatever you've plugged in, go all back to factory. Plug and play makes that super easy because now all we have to do is plug everything back in because it's all plug and play. So the first thing that we would do is unplug everything that we installed and put it all back to factory and see if it works. Letting the car go to sleep in between doing that, meaning lock it, let it sit for an hour in a BMW, make sure everything goes to sleep, make sure all the power save circuit turns on, does what it needs to do. Start the car back up and see if it works. If it works, great, then you know it was something in the T-harness. If it doesn't work, then that means that chances are good you got a gremlin somewhere that because you were working on the car, that happened. Now, you could also check to see if something came unplugged. Data crash, yeah. Unplug it all and see what happens. Yep. So that when you pull, so the other thing I was going to suggest is if you had to pull the seat out or something like that, sometimes when you lean on the seat and they have those big rubber covers or a grommet that goes through into the fuel tank or something like that, see if maybe the actual fuel sensor came unplugged. It's totally possible. Anything's possible, but yeah, I'm gonna go with data correction. And if that's the case, you can always take it back to the dealer, let them reflash the car, and or a mechanic that has the capability to do that, have them reflash the car, and they'll tell you right away what's wrong with it. Yeah, if you're going to spend the money for a booth, you might want to take the advantage of networking and pushing your products. Exactly. I mean, I gotta be honest. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Yeah, you'd definitely be surprised, man.
You'd be surprised.
And like when we were walking around SEMA, there was.
That's for sure. Yeah, you guys always, man. Like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because Doug was like, "Oh, like we're live." I'm like, "Doug, you spent a week with me. I had a phone in my hand, so I mean, we might be live. Be live. I always assume that Dean is live."
And then you went exactly onto Jacob's face when he was talking, and he got just like locked, like.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He goes. Yes. He goes to me afterwards. He goes, "Dude, what the hell, man?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "What? You're like the guy. You should know all this stuff."
He's like, "I know, but you just came out like and put the camera."
And
on
there
my
again,
face.
I totally understand. that like when someone might be filming, a lot of people are standoffish. Not everyone likes a camera in their face. Totally get it. Totally get it. However, it's not like that's the only reason.
No, I know.
How was the Sony booth? The Sony booth is always the exact same. They have a car in there that has whatever the current new product is. They have a wall of whatever the current new product is, and they will have guys there to help you answer questions about the new product. The booth has never changed. The booth is always the exact same.
Yeah. I like the drivers that they have in the table.
Yes. So what does change is the amount of stuff they bring that they can like
different
show
product,
and tell you. So this show and tell, they had all the cut in half speakers, which was really cool. Those are my personal favorites. I just want to own a set. And then the new 5-channel amplifier. So those are always
the new amplifiers that they have. Yeah. Call them out, Dean.
It sucks. It's just frustrating because it's like I want to know that.
Prima.
The Sony 5-channel and the new Prima. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, we talk about this.
What's that?
This.
Installer, stripper, dealers, car stereo shop, installer, circle.
So, all right, for a lot of people,
I was gonna say you're gonna have to expand on that.
The story is, you have installers, right?
Yes.
And installers go to the strip clubs.
Yes.
Strip clubs, and then you pay the girls, right?
Yes.
Well, the girls buy drugs.
They go to the dealers.
Go to the dealers. Well, the drug dealers go to the car stereo shops.
Yes.
And the money just
so that's the circle of life.
Correct.
Gotcha. That's the circle of life.
Dude, that was like hilarious when we started talking about it.
Hey, tell me, Fernando, did you have any interesting conversations at Knowledge Fest? No, man, not a one.
Hey, I'm tired, man.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That was great.
I will.
Let's talk.
LOL. The Sony booth is simple and to the point. 100%.
It is.
And there again, I'm not picking on Sony.
No.
It's exactly what you'd expect from Sony because their radios are simple and to the point. So there's no reason to build an extravagant booth that is anything but simple and to the point.
Yeah.
What I like about the Sony booth that most manufacturers don't do is there's always a car, and that car always has the Sony equipment in it. Okay, so I've never been to a show where there wasn't a vehicle in a Sony booth.
No,
never.
It's always.
So
always.
As far as booths go, there's two. Well, there's 3. They had 3 cars.
All right, so the truck
in the front.
That's right, and
yep,
the two trucks
in the Tacoma.
Mm-hmm.
So
and the other one.
And there again, that's what makes.
That's true.
So, when you don't have a car in your booth and you're trying to get people to hear your new stuff, it's kind of counterproductive. Oh. So, kind of need a car. So, not picking on Sony. I love Sony.
Oh,
I am a big fan of theirs.
And
there again,
cool stuff.
Dude, and he was giving us a hard time. He's like, I'm not talking to you if you're on camera. Dude, those guys will always answer our questions. They will always help us anytime we need.
Oh, yeah.
Tazi was sitting right there. I talked to him earlier in the day. These guys are on point. Sony guys are always willing to help. Jared is like the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he will, dude, whatever you need, they will help you with. So they're awesome dudes.
Yeah,
They got a bitchin' group of guys. And there again, not saying other guys don't. I mean, but the Sony guy, you know, listen, some of these manufacturers have put together some super dream teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and it's funny because all three of the, so all right, so let's look at the front here.
All right, you have.
So we can't look at the XS lighting because I mean that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Or whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lighting was. I'm sorry, I forgot.
The lighting
guy.
I forgot his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then you have Metra.
Then you have
You know,
Metra.
Metra had Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had they had two of the other corporate guys, and I always forget their names. I apologize.
One of the techs, I think.
I spent 2 hours with the Metra team.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's the reason why I was like, "Where's Dean?"
I was with the Metra guys. I spent like 2 hours with the Metra guys. And dude, they were literally like, I don't know where my phone is, but they were literally like this the whole time. All right, say that again. All right, hold on one more time. All right, so what you're saying is okay, and they were taking notes. No shit. I was like, dude. So there
I would record it. All right, come on.
No, yeah, it would have been easier. But no, they were literally taking notes.
Type.
All right, next to them you had HKI and Tori.
Yep. No, that was not Lucas. Lucas Lighting was in the other side.
Yeah.
I forgot what's.
Steve Rogers and
and
all those guys.
Ken Wiseman.
It's the guys that do the blinky light stuff.
Anyway.
Ray Sport Lighting. Ray Sport Lighting.
Go. See,
yes, the awesome lighting guys. Ray Sport Lighting. And there again, I talked with those guys. Those guys are always super cool.
He's really cool.
But all right, but there's only like one guy, so it's a one-man gang. So you know, he's like Superman.
Yeah.
So all right, so you got that. Metric guys were on point as always, taking
notes and all that.
Then we'll go to HKI and Tori, and like Dream Team.
Have a team.
This is like the NBA Dream Team. This is like they've assembled some of the brightest, best in the industry.
Thank you, Jay.
And it's like, holy crap! Thank you, Jay. So I mean, just that whole group of people, you're just like, damn. All right, then you go over to Sony. I mean, if you'd have left it at Chris and Tazi being there, that would have been enough.
Yeah.
But no, then they peppered in with all the other guys, and it's like, holy crap. And not to knock the other guys. The other guys are superstars too.
Yeah.
So they put together a superstar team.
Yeah.
And then next to them, we had Alpine. Dude, Alpine came out in force. Although it was kind of weird because Tegu wasn't there.
Tegu was in there, right?
But, dude, we had okay, so there was one guy that was walking around, had glasses, white hair, and just was like real quiet. He's like the boss.
Yeah.
Like he was the boss. Like he's I am the king. Not the guy with the mask, the other guy.
No. I saw him. Yeah.
So I mean, there was like 10 Alpine guys, and everyone at Alpine is super cool. Like when I got there one morning, Dan's like chilling out in a t-shirt and flip flops because the fire marshal, there was somebody had to be in the car all the time when the car was charging. So they literally had to like sleep in the car. Like, how stupid is that? So Dan was like flip-flopping it up with cargo pants and a t-shirt, and I'm like, bro, this doesn't look like show floor apparel. And he's like, oh, fire marshal's a dick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, you couldn't see past the Alpine booth, but if you went to the other side of the Alpine booth, it was the AMP booth. And of course, we all know AMP has assembled an amazing team. Plus, we have the two new Phantoms that were there. One of Mike's former employees. Yeah. And then the new guy in Texas that's going to be working, circling Mel. Not working with Mel, so we had two new Phantoms. You got Jeff Smith, you have Eckley, and Kevin, who's the Florida national, who's the Florida rep, which isn't our rep, but he was there along with, Saturday, I felt like there was like 25 AMP guys there.
It was a lot?
It was a lot there. So, I mean, that whole front row is just, now, you go,
and then
you go back.
Second row.
And, but the ironic part of it is if you go all the way to the back of the room, because Nalika with Orca is always in the back of the room.
Yeah.
Because they want to be next to their cars.
Yeah.
So they had 3 cars there.
They had the truck, the Porsche.
I mean, but they only brought Sage and Nick Wengate, so I mean, I don't know really if they brought their A game.
Well, and they brought Herman.
And Herman.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, if you think about it, they really had they were scraping the bottom of the barrel with Herman, Nick, and Sage. I mean, that was like
3 people.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and
the was just
the talent that those people comprised themselves of. There was like, I mean, come on. I'm being facetious. They're like some of the smartest guys in the industry.
Arcadio was there.
Sage has more talent in his finger than I'll ever have. So, Arc was there with Brian and Fred. So Brian and Fred, and then they had a local guy here, shop OTS. They brought Chris's car, and it was fun because we got to spend some time with the JL guys using the Macs. So
yeah,
you know, the Macs guy, the JL guys, dude. There again.
There you go.
I feel like
it's so fun.
Yeah,
Okay,
Nick is the best. We're gonna come up with a Nick shirt. Oh, serious, Nick and Sage. I know, right? I mean, come on. It's
Okay.
so, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you went from booth to booth, you got everybody came out with their team, man.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
There again, I'm always gonna forget somebody, and I apologize. But it felt like everyone that was talking to us. Oh, and there again, I'm not gonna forget Addison Hertz because you know you had McNulty,
Yeah.
you had Ken.
Yep.
There, and I'm always gonna forget
Rob Wimpy and
Yep, I'm always gonna forget his name.
yeah, oof, that's
guy.
yeah.
Yep.
But they have a team too. They have a
and
team.
they had all the
and
new
then we
stuff.
have Kicker. That
So,
was the sponsor of the strip.
Yeah, who you know?
Yeah, that was Ken, Carlos, Lori, Cindy,
Yeah.
and I forgot.
So that's what I'm saying though. But when
Yeah.
you look at it, like every booth that was that we could interact with, that would interact with us, they brought their A games, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was no joke.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
had like if you didn't go, I would be bummed because you could have talked to some of the coolest people in the industry, and we always do, and it's
There
freaking
you
cool.
go. That's right.
Dwayne, thank you, Dwayne.
See,
Sorry.
The Rock.
Yeah, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. That's right. Yeah, we'll
That's
just
right.
call him the Rock from now on.
That's it. I'm gonna call him The Rock.
I spent with Nick. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Utah last week.
Yeah. We spent time with Nick.
I spent a lot of time with Nick, but
Yeah.
no, it's funny. So the Utah thing that they were talking about. Remember how I said I meant the one guy that they were waiting to do the Porsche with?
Yep.
That was the guy in charge of the Utah event. And he walked up and said, "Hey,
yeah.
Dean, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hi."
Also the JL.
Well, no,
guy.
and that's what I was
Oh
going to say.
my God.
So JL was there
Yeah.
with Max,
Yeah.
and then they had the caddy. And dude, man,
These guys, they bring.
dude, JL guys are some of the nicest guys.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he probably spent 3 hours with Brian from ARC working with the Max. And there again, they're competitors. They understand this. But it doesn't matter. You know, they were over there and helping us out with Max, talking us through it. You know, and it was great. I mean, they're always the coolest dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm
To be
glad
honest-
we finally got to know them better because there's
So,
some of the there's
If
so
you
much
guys,
fun.
if you guys watch the video of on YouTube, they demoing, right? And it's like, hang on, just pause it. We're gonna do just a quick live. I was like, wow, man, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Sorry
yeah,
for the guy
of
that
course.
was doing the demo, but
Yeah, sorry for him.
But
Yes,
yeah, but-
Manville was there, standing
Manville.
there. So it was. So when we had to make like 4 trips back and forth to the car to carry all our stuff, and of course we passed Manville and it was like, "Hey Manville," and well, actually he said, "Hey guys," we're like, "Hey Manville, how's it going?" And he had way too much stuff in his hands, but he was going this way and we were going that way.
Yeah.
So I was not going to stop him because he was on a mission.
Yeah.
He does rock.
He does
He's
rock.
an OG for sure.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever made it to Slamology in Indy?
No.
Man, that's a tough one. I know it'll be fun. I know but it's a tough one. One day maybe. You sure you didn't get to bring the new?
I'm
Kima
pretty
5.1?
sure.
No,
They.
we didn't. But we got to bring the new 4.300 from Moscone back,
Yeah.
or the 4.3 or the
Yeah,
whatever
the
that was.
Moscone Pro.
We got the
new
Moscone Pro.
Yeah, that's gonna be the new sponsor.
You know what?
Yeah, let's bring it exactly. While we show you, hang on. All right, hang on.
Oh. I mean, we're gonna do videos on all this stuff, but let's just take a look. Okay, so another cool thing that we got this weekend is this CPAP
Can barely
mirror.
see it. That's right.
So there's the company we talked to with Rich, RDV from Florida, RVDFlorida.com, and
RDV.
what did I say?
RBD.
RDV.
Yeah.
Yeah. RDVFL. Just read that. So this is the new wireless CarPlay Android Auto dongle that'll be going in the Mustang here shortly, and this is the new streamer. Granted, I don't have Android Auto, but I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for Android Auto capabilities with the wireless streamers, so we got them. At least I have these for me. And then the new Moscone Pro. Now, of course, somebody did it dirty and they actually scratched the top of the amplifier. I have to repaint the top of the amplifier, but hey, it happens. You know, this is the joy of when you have an amplifier
that is so small.
Yeah, it's tiny. Sage was, of course, walking around with it in his backpack, and we're like, it's gonna fall out. Okay, so
I'm gonna move it.
Pull it back. Look at this guy here. Ooh, look at that. Oh yeah. So
sexy.
This is the new Moscone Pro. This is one we were talking about. We don't know anything about it yet. Don't know anything about it yet, other than it's the Pro, because we were too tired to read the owner's manual and all that stuff last time. This is cool. So, all right. So check this out.
I hold it and you do.
This is the cover for those. All right, watch this. It's a magnetic strip. So, just kind of goes into there and strip. It's got plastic on it right now, so it's not shiny, but you know, it's got all these little indentions. But yeah. How cool is that?
It is cool.
So Nick goes, all right, call me before you start talking, or call me before you do it.
Set it up.
Like, you bet, man. We're gonna take this sucker apart. We're gonna show you guys all the guts. Love those fans, dude. Those are so sexy. And then we need to pair that up with some Glade audio. Yes, we know.
Yep,
and that was the other thing. Sage just built all new displays for the booth.
Yep.
And we were able, now you can see the back of the Glade tweeter, so we could see that that will fit in the G35.
Yeah.
So
those,
I was kind of surprised. I was thinking
Glade on aerospace.
Yeah.
Yep.
So those are pretty awesome. So this, along with this, will be going into the lab here shortly.
Yep.
Or probably not shortly. Sometime in the next 2 months.
Yeah. We'll see.
We got to talk about this. But this is it. This is it. So this is an AB class. AB class. So look at that. Damn. Yes, it is. So like Nick was talking about the output devices, and I was like, he's like, oh man, you got it, and he's just going on and on about it. I'm going, I'm too tired to understand what you're saying right now. And I was like, wait a minute, you're saying it's like, so. Yeah, these are just badass.
Yeah,
so,
they are.
If you guys have never looked at the Moscone Pros,
just I don't know which one is mine.
Yours is
3.
Yeah, yours is.
All right. So yeah, just go to the website. It's actually Moscone-America.com.
And yes, Mike, the streamer will play YouTube. So the streamer looks. So the streamer will play YouTube, wireless CarPlay, and wireless Android Auto. And it basically looks just like the other one, just it's a little bit bigger. So if you're just looking at the regular, so this is the just Android Auto, wireless wireless Apple CarPlay, and then so this is the other one. So they're pretty cool. And Rich is selling these. So.
And it comes with the.
Oh, it comes with. Well, yeah, I hope so. So I'm anxious to try these out.
Yeah.
I'll get it in my car here soon.
So that means you want to buy an Android phone? Ooh! Everybody's excited!
I'm not buying an Android phone.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to wrap them,
yes, Rich would love.
Rich.
Yeah, give Rich a call.
Yeah.
Because he's also got all the interfaces to interface into and add CarPlay and Android Auto to the cars. So
yeah, you should. Yeah, you should call him. You should call him.
Or just call me if you don't have his number. I'll get you in touch with him.
Perfect.
Like I can hook you up.
That's right.
So
that's
for the elites, man. No, it's not. No.
Rich, call me.
Call me. I'll call you. We'll talk tomorrow. Because I'll be too tired. I'm going to sleep when I get home.
Yeah.
Actually, Haley's birthday. So we're going out for Haley's birthday for dinner. And then we'll be doing that. All right. When installing setting gains on a DD1, a DSP, and a system, leave all the levels in the DSP to 0. This is one of those situations where adding a DSP to a system can get to be fun. And the fact that depending on what we're talking about for a source unit, that's kind of the most important point. Because when you're just adding an amplifier to a system, let's say you have a factory radio and all you're doing is adding an amplifier with no DSP. Running a sweep in there is...
Yeah, keep going.
Running a 1000 hertz test tone in there, or 40 hertz test tone. Like if you're just adding a sub DD1, perfect tool to use, because it's just fixed. It's nothing you can do. However, where it becomes fun is if you look at the signal that's coming out of the radio, and that's what this tool is for here, which is the IRTA. You can check out the electrical signal that is coming from your source unit. Check out one of the videos down below and you'll see what I'm talking about. When you look at the EQ curve that is, you know what, hold on. I'm going to show you what I mean, because this is one of those moments where I know...
Forget the Clean Wire Club.
We'll do the Clean Wire Club next. Yeah. Alright, so I want to show you guys these. And this will help,
Bobby.
This will kind of help explain what I'm talking about. Okay, so... Here is... Bobby's got COVID.
I know. I saw it in the video. I'm sorry, man.
All right, so looking at the top left right there. I'm sorry. Yeah, the
hopefully you feel better about
top left. Factory crossover at 100 hertz. This is a real thing. This is a lot of these cars nowadays have a factory crossover at 100 hertz. And so we play a test tone at 40 hertz. And if you look at that, where 40 hertz is going to be, 40 hertz is going to be the lowest frequency on that chart. All right, because as you can see, it goes straight down. So I play that 40 hertz test tone at -5 dB, and I set my gain for that. All right, there is a, what is that, 15 dBs variance between, well, actually 80 hertz. So at 80 hertz to 40 hertz is about 10 dB of difference in power. So when you're listening, when you're setting your gains up, if it plays anything other than 40, you're clipping the shit out of that thing, all right? Because not only you have -5 dB, so in essence, every other frequency is going to be between -5 and -15 dB, so that means a positive 15 dB. So, you know, your level at 40 hertz where you're setting that gain and this. So when doing a factory radio, without physically being able to see what it's doing, it does make it hard, and that's why the key lock will go in and fix all that fun stuff. So if you have a DSP and it will do de-equalization and fix this stuff, that's when you'd worry about, now you can go back in and deal with the gain structure on the output of the device. So that's kind of an important little step there. And then when you go back and you look at like these other graphs, if you have 1000 hertz down point, you know, where it kind of like the middle one there, where it definitely 1000 hertz is the lowest frequency in that. So you have bass and treble boost, and at 1000 hertz, it's 10 dB lower than the rest of the frequencies, other than the dip there because of the all-pass filter, which the all-pass filter is only there because you're summing it together. When you play it individually left and right, that whole area is going to be filled back in. But you're talking about 10 dB, so you know there again 15 dB added into your tweeter, so that could really screw things up. Now when you have an aftermarket radio, none of this really applies because you have that nice flat signal on the bottom, and that's the important part. Now when Kicker is setting their gains for, let's say, a Kicker key, they use a sweep track. So if you had an oscilloscope and you were setting your gains on a factory radio, you could use a sweep track, and you could see when when those frequencies are playing, it would clip. But that's why it's such a pain in the ass.
All right, let's go to the.
Oh, Clean Wire Club.
Yes.
You got it? All right, hold on. Sorry. So I don't think I answered your question there. I apologize, but that's because it really didn't know all the stuff, but
no.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that helped.
Okay.
There you go. I'm working on like a quarter tank right now, so I apologize.
Quarter? Really?
I was being ridiculously optimistic.
Oh, wow. I think my light turned on yesterday. It's like it's empty, bro.
Oh wow, that looks nice. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. All right. Hey, we do this webpage called the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club. On the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club, you can become a member, and it's on Facebook. You can post your clean wire installation. Today, we have this guy. Pardon me, of this guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! So it looks like this plugs right into that, so that's easily removed to get to the spare
it's
tire.
just plug and play.
Ah, it's very plug and play. That's
Yeah,
very
right?
cool, right? And so, all right, let's dissect this for a minute because this is really cool. He's got. Seriously? Sorry about that.
Somebody's calling. Sorry, guys.
I have no idea who that is.
Just
I'm sorry.
No,
I
not yet.
apologize. That was totally terrible. All right. So what we got here is we got a key lock in front of the DSP. The reason why we have that is because even though the DM810 does have some de-equalization capability, it doesn't. It uses the same EQ to do that. So it uses the master EQ because it's only one EQ page per channel.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a separate de-equalization capability.
Okay.
So you put a key lock in front of it, that'll flatten out the signal, and now you can use the full power of the DM810 to do your equalization.
Right. So you got better signal, and
Yep.
then you start.
So you can use all the bands, and you have a nice flat signal going into your DM810. This is going to be the case for a lot of DSPs because a lot of DSPs don't necessarily have de-equalization or a de-equalization circuit that is separate from the main EQ page.
Right.
He's also got an epicenter micro,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool, going in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like that is, yep, power ground. Okay, so that is coming out of and looping through the DSP. And then it all goes off, of course, to the LC61200.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. It's got a big connector for that power wire on that.
I
so,
like it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all
You
clean.
know?
It's all nice. Very organized.
Very nice. So, okay,
Who
so
was it?
that's Adrian Smout.
Adrian did a wonderful job.
Adrian did a small. Yeah.
Good job, Adrian.
Very
Yeah,
cool,
killing
man.
it. And because that kind of brings us into this.
Come on, where do you put that one?
Well, because I'm going to do this. I'm going to go there.
Okay, perfect.
Hey guys, audio control. That's all I got to say. Head over to audiocontrol.com. Check them out. You too can have a nice installation like Adrian did there. Way to go.
I'm gonna show you a picture that I took.
Amp Pro. Hold on.
Yeah.
Can I have the mouse back?
Yeah, you can.
Amp Pro will DEQ the factory signal. Correct. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. And only because of the wording. It is not going to DEQ anything. It is not a DSP processor in its current form. What it does is it speaks to the car's data bus and takes the car's unadulterated signal. So the full bandwidth 20 to 20, uneq'd, unmolested signal that would be going out to the factory amplifier. So most of the time you have a source unit and full bandwidth goes out to the amplifier, and then the amplifier does all the manipulation to it. A key lock and products, an Amp Pro and products like an Amp Pro strip that signal out of there and then allow you to go to the DSP. So you end up, you're using a perfectly flat signal, but it's not doing it through DSP, de-equalization process. It's doing it just by taking the flat signal that is already there. A key lock is for a situation where you don't have something like an Amp Pro that can strip that flat signal. Then it's going to, you'd use a key lock to look at that, flatten it out, and do it that way. What is the go-to way to correct Honda high-pass filter for the Accord? Okay, so going back to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Going back to that. This slide right here. Hold on, let me go full screen. Yep. All right, so that slide right there on the left where it says factory crossover at 100 hertz, that is modeled after the Honda Accord. That is what comes out of the Honda Accord. That end of it. Now it's a full range signal all the way across, but it looks just like that on the left side. So a key lock. Now, I was talking with Audio Control about this, and because it's not that you can't use an epicenter to fix that. The problem is that if you're going to use the epicenter to fix that, then you can't use the epicenter for harmonic restoration, because meaning music side. So
Okay.
if you're going to use the epicenter, you're going to use it to fix the acoustical, the electrical signal, not the cool track, make Van Halen sound super bassy boomy. You're going in to use it as a tool.
Okay.
So in essence, if you think about it, and this is one of the things we were talking about, is that you would actually need 2 epicenters. Because you need an epicenter to fix the problem, and then an epicenter to have fun with. So you'd have to stack 2 epicenters on top of one another in order to achieve the fix. So if you
put the key lock,
in there
and
with
then
an
the
epicenter,
epicenter,
yeah. But in reality, you know, you could use an epicenter to fix the problem, and it will. But then if you're gonna if you try to adjust it out of that, it's gonna make it sound weird.
Yeah.
And of course, you could see all of that if you'll notice. Ooh, wait, hold on. Let's go back to that. Hey, doesn't that look familiar? Like that tool and how he's measuring all that fun stuff. I wonder if he used an IRTA2 to do that. He did. Okay, that's why we say get an IRTA2 from DNF Tool Drawer. Moving on.
That's right.
Q class and key class need to have a baby. I would agree with that. I agree wholeheartedly. You know, I would like some key with a little bit of human functionality involved in it. I mean, I know why they have it locked up, because it's the whole purpose of it is to be easy, and once you make it uneasy. But like the Q class, you know, it was a standard amplifier until you plugged in a laptop. It would be nice if you could like take a key and leave it a typical key class, meaning you could do all the auto shit, have it be done, but then if you peeled the sticker off and plugged it into a laptop, you'd have access to a portion of the EQ. You know, maybe fine-tune it just a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like, here's good enough, just like presets on a radio.
Yeah.
You know, if you get a Kenwood radio, it's like, you know, you have what they think is preset DSP, or all of them do. You
Yeah, like
C1.
raw, classic, and everything. And
So, yeah.
you plug it into the computer, and then you got all the full EQ, 13, 14, 16, 19,
Yes,
whatever it
does.
is.
Yep. Did you get my message about the stereo control on? No, I did not. I did not. I'm sorry.
All right.
All right.
So it's
What are we doing?
time.
Is it time?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to hang
Oh,
out
okay.
here, but
Oh, it's time to go.
yes.
All right. Well, let's turn this off here. All right. Hold on. Let's turn that off. All right, guys. That's it. That's the show. I would love to stay all night, but unfortunately, you'd see me fall asleep. It's been a long weekend. Those presets do suck.
Yeah.
And I was just using it as an example, Scott.
Yeah.
So it's okay. What's up, Lance?
Hey, Lance.
So guys, hey, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and playing along with us. It was a great show.
Yeah.
We'll be back Saturday, of course, at 6 o'clock on 5 Star Car Stereo Network. And of course, check us out daily, Instagram, 5 Star on Instagram. We'll be doing all kinds of fun stuff there. Of course, the Instagram show is brought to you by Morel at morelhifi.com. This show has been brought to you by Moscone-gladen.com. Head over there, check it out. Check out the new products. Check out everything they have. It's a rabbit hole you gotta go down, because it's super cool stuff, and if you've never seen it, check it out. Mike, of course, who was in the comments throughout the show, if you haven't seen his Stinger, definitely go check that out. It has a full Gladen Moscone system in it that is freaking awesome.
Yep.
Sounded amazing, and we talk about some really cool tech in there that Moscone is doing with their DSP that is starting to expand out. Is really exciting, and we'll of course bring more of that out as time goes on, since they're a sponsor of the show. And of course, audio control at audiocontrol.com.
That's right.
As always, those guys are the bomb. Checking it out, bringing it to you, and supporting us. And in turn, we can support you. Ooh, I saw some pictures of some top secret stuff this weekend from them.
Oh, really?
So sexy.
Don't forget to check DNF Tool Drawer.
DNFToolDrawer.com.
Stuff.
Yep, we'll just do that. Oh, not that
Yeah,
one. This
I
one.
mean, you
There
can
go.
check that one too.
DNF Tool Drawer is the home of the IRTA2. If you're curious after watching tonight's show and us talking about it excessively, just because it's a tool that you need to do these things, check out these videos. You know, go home tonight, watch them, see what they look like, and if you feel it might make your life a little bit easier, of course, order one and we'll ship it out to you. We ship them from here. Actually, you know, that's where they come from. So,
it's not like we ignore your question. It's
Sorry,
just so
man.
many questions, man.
but hey, if you have questions and we didn't answer them tonight, like I said, tune in to Instagram. We answer questions there, and of course, we'll be back Saturday. We answer questions there. The only place we don't answer questions is on the news Friday morning. Fernando's Car Stereo Clips Friday at 9 o'clock. We talk about all the new stuff that is come out. So you guys go forth, be merry, have a great week, and we'll see you back here.
Bye guys.